Welcome to the Sup Podcast. I am one of your hosts. I'm Lawrence Deloach. Right next to me, I got my boy Chris Cheney.
What's up, guys?
And next to Chris, we got my man Luke Trevisi.
What's up, everybody?
Chilling. This is episode 143, man. We are in the full. What are you gonna say, Chris?
No, go.
All right, there you go. Chris I thought you were like getting ready to say something. I was about to be. All right, there we go. Let's. Episode 143. We're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Last week we talked about all the losses we were taking on sneakers, and we were gonna take on sneakers, the sneakers app with the Iowa dunks and the ambush dunks. We knew that, but this weekend that passed was the win for everyone. It was supposed to be the win if you wanted them, and that is the holiday 11s, the Jubilee 11s. I want to start out. Did you guys get them? Did you attempt? What's going on?
I did not attempt. Like we said last week, I'm not like a big fan. Like the patent leather, I get too self-conscious when you're dealing with patent leather, and I want to be able to enjoy a sneaker and not worry about the creasing that drastically. So I had to pass on these.
If someone, I think I said before, like I respect these as an 11. I think they're like one of the most wearable 11s.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not for me. But if someone asked me to do the pass for them, I would have gave it a shot. But no one asked, so I slept on them.
Yeah, I definitely, I'm not the biggest 11 guy, but I will say for those of you guys who got them, you did get a nice 11. It just feels like, man, every year, you know, I'm just like, I get more and more turned off by the Jordan 11, bro. But there's so many pairs and there's so many wins. But the sad thing is the demand supersedes the amount of pairs available. So dudes still strike out. And that's what's so fucking crazy to me, man.
Mm.
What's also crazy to me is that GOAT did another promotion. They did this earlier with the Fire Red 4s, where this is another GR that they decided if you sell that on our website for the next week, you get an extra $20 bonus to kind of help with the resale numbers, because we all know if you look at the resale numbers, the people who are selling these right now are getting like $5 at most on resale.
Well, also, GOAT is pushing this because GOAT is the fucking middleman, and GOAT is getting paid. You know, the amount of Jordan 11s and Jordan 4s that they authenticate, they're getting paid for doing basically nothing.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, yeah, you get $20. Was it $20 GOAT credit?
Yeah, it was a $20 GOAT credit.
Come on, man, that's nothing. Come on, man, they know what they're doing. So I just felt like I feel like, yeah, that's the thing. And obviously, and prior to the GOAT and StockX and everything, people, man, I remember dudes would just drop off like 7 pairs of 11s at Flight Club. I can remember, I remember years like I was dropping off, 3-4 pairs of holiday 11. So I think it's for the kiddies. I've always said this. It's for if you're 16 and 15 and you want to go back to school, even though we're in uncertain times right now, and you want to flex on your friends, that's the sneaker to get, dude.
Yeah, 100%.
100%, man. You're gonna see a bunch of NBA players wearing them. We got the season starting in what, a couple weeks and shit.
It's still so wild to me that like I feel like it really just ended. Now we're going back into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It will be nice to have Christmas games, though. You know what I mean? I feel like that's like a weird, like traditional non-tradition that I'm used to. Like I always end up watching basketball on Christmas, even though it's like not a thing I think about.
Same.
So that's going to be nice to have regular like that tradition. You know what I mean?
I was actually watching some of the preseason games, highlights of the preseason games this weekend, and it was interesting. I saw LaMelo Ball. He plays for the Charlotte Hornets, and I watched this kid. He made a behind the back pass, and I'm like, damn, Charlotte is going to be bad, but I'm just so happy for the Ball brothers. But it's also so weird to see because obviously the NBA, it operates on 20,000 fans a game. But when you're at these arenas and there's no one there, like they have to tighten the camera angle so you don't see, and it feels weird because we went from the bubble to an arena that no one's in.
Right.
Yeah. I was watching the Knicks game last week, just trying to see what my boys are up to, how they looking this year.
They're losing.
No, they're not. They won their first game, man. Come on.
Preseason.
it's preseason, but like everybody knows if they win the first preseason game, they're gonna win the finals. That's what that means as a Knicks fan.
Yes, we all do know that. You're right. You're correct, Luke. I'm sorry.
Anyway, yeah, they were playing in the Palace, and it was empty, and it was the weirdest experience just watching them play, just to silence.
Mm-hmm.
LaMelo Puma though, he
Yeah.
debuted playing Pumas, which is very weird. So now we have two Ball brothers, two different brands.
Mm-hmm.
Did the third one get drafted? He was trying, right? The middle guy.
LiAngelo, after his little jail stint, he signed a contract with the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude! That is the team.
I'm not sure if he's gonna make
yeah.
the final roster, but I know he's on the team as of today.
Cool.
So I'm guessing, hopefully he sticks on the team, and he's in the. I always wanted to see the middle Ball brother do well because I watched him play in high school, and he was super talented. Even though we knew it was Lonzo was going to be the pro prospect, but we also thought LiAngelo would have a shot. And we also watched LaMelo being the youngest kid, and we were like, this kid is gonna, once he like figures it out, he's gonna also be talented. So, I'm happy for him, and now hopefully that NBA contract, even though it won't be like his two younger brothers or his brothers, he won't have to steal anything. So,
Yeah, we're cool. That's what's up. It's funny that they're all in now. I mean, even you remember a couple of years ago, it was just like it was the big talk of like the older brother and then the younger ones. Everyone started focus. Now it's just crazy to think about all three of them are potentially going to play in the same league.
No, I'm happy for what's his name, LeVar. I'm happy for that dude.
The man did it.
He fucking did it.
Yeah. He really did.
What a success story that no one is going to give him the credit.
No. Dude, do you remember when LaMelo was like when he was like in high school and he dropped like 55 points in a game, but all of the highlights are him just chucking threes left and right?
Yes.
You remember? And then
from
now
like half court.
Exactly, from half court, and then now he's like playing like he was playing with Australian basketball. And then now he's playing it's crazy. The story of these kids is amazing.
Yeah, bro. I'm hyped for him, man. And shout out to Lonzo, who was part of the big trade that brought my guy Anthony Davis to the Lakers. I was really I was excited for Lonzo to play with the Lakers, but we got Anthony Davis. We won a championship. And AD is ESPN ranked him on the top. I think it was like top 20 players of the year. He is ranked number 2, and I'm excited to see what him and LeBron do in year number 2. But also I'm excited to see because AD was the guy who was in terms of rocking sneakers. AD was the dude who was bringing out all the Kobe's, the player edition Kobe's.
Yeah, he had some special treatment, I think, once he got to the Laker locker room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he got some special treatment, and we saw him. We saw a practice shot of him playing some or practicing in some. What's the best way what would you describe them as, Chris?
There were questions to me. They looked exactly like Reebok questions with fishnet on them.
Boom. Look at those things.
Wow.
So they're called the Nike Cosmic Unity basketball shoe.
Yeah, because whoever drew these was fucking in outer space when he drew.
Me personally, and I'm gonna say this, and Nike has transitioned in the past decade, and maybe it's the streets have transitioned from basketball sneakers being lifestyle sneakers to basketball sneakers being, hey, you're gonna play basketball on the court in these shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And these look extremely comfortable. Now we do have to address the obvious elephant in the room. Yes, the Cosmic Unity does look like a cross between a Reebok, what is it, answer, or what is it, question?
The first question.
Yeah.
Yes, and a Kobe sneaker.
It looks like a couple Kobe's. There's like it has like a similar shape to the 9 Low with the outsole of a question, but then like the front body of the Kobe 3.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I mean, it's like from a design perspective, I don't know if like those were like references. If those 3 were references that the guy was like, all right, I'm gonna mash these up and make like a tight shoe. I mean, like the sketch might have looked cool, but I don't know if this hits like that.
This kind of reminds me of the 35 too. Like in like how the design, I don't know if it's because of like all of like the weird spiral kind of designs that's going on with it.
Right.
It does kind of remind me of that. So I maybe like the same guy who designed the 35s did these as well.
Not sure. I mean, like they do look like a good ball shoe. You know what I mean? Like that back heel component. Sorry for the only audio listeners, but the back heel component looks strong. I mean, it looks like they have the swoosh as a part of the structure to hold your foot in place. And I mean, I played in Questions as a kid, so I know Questions are a great basketball shoe.
Mm-hmm. As a Laker fan and an Anthony Davis fan, whatever provides him the most stability and comfort, because I watched so many Lakers games this past season, where especially in the bubble where Anthony Davis was wearing Kobe's, and dude, every play he was falling on the ground, and you would get so nervous. Yeah. Like I remember I was watching, I think it was Game 5 of the finals between them and the Heat, and I remember AD fell, and I think he just reached for it. Looked like his Achilles, and I got so scared because I'm like, this guy is so fragile, and I'm like, lows are synonymous with, you know, people hurting themselves, twisting ankles and stuff like that. So when I saw him playing in Kobe's, I was like, shit, I don't like this for him. But to see that sneaker, I'm like, if he plays in that during the regular season, I'm fucking pumped.
The strongest part about him is unibrow.
That's the strongest part of him. Not the immense talent that this 26 or 27-year-old kid has. He's fucking top 3 players in the NBA, not just the unibrow.
No, it's the strongest part about him.
It's the confidence that generates from the unibrow.
It's the confidence.
It's the confidence that that helps with the talent.
Oh man, I mean, it's so funny because, like, you know, we're gonna have him playing in a ugly shoe on Christmas. It makes me think of ugly sweaters. Mm-hmm. Are you guys on the ugly sweater shit? Do you guys do that? I don't have an ugly sweater, but I mean, I have plenty of ugly shoes, but I mean, do you guys do the sweater thing?
Not really. I've never really done the ugly sweater thing. Mostly because I was single for most of my Christmases, so I've never had somebody drag me to like a place and be like, "We're doing ugly sweat." You know, I've never done that before.
Lawrence, have you done it before?
I have worn ugly sweaters to work.
To work?
I'm not gonna say they were for, you know, in my opinion, they weren't ugly. They were just like, yo, this shit fashionable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have a patchwork sweater that I wore that people were like, that shit is ugly as fuck. But I was like, no, this shit is fire.
Like a Huxtable sweater, you would say?
Like I'll send you guys a picture of it one day. It's somewhere on Instagram probably, or Facebook or somewhere, where it's a polo patchwork sweater. It's brown. I wore some wild glasses with it. It's insane.
People you know what? I think I've seen the photo before.
Now, a lot of people think that's ugly, but I like it. But I have worn actual ugly sweaters, like the Christmas themed sweaters. Yes, I have.
I think it's so weird to me because, like, I guess these sweaters started being made in the 50s, but I guess it was like around 2000, like early 2000s. I think 2002, if I remember correctly, that like Canada made it a thing.
Really?
And then it's like this weird reverse trend of like these sweaters that we know as ugly sweaters. They're not like ugly. They're just like a mishmash of like weird designs on the front. Like it became this weird like festive event. It's not like people actually wear ugly sweaters to these parties. They just wear one style of sweater with like a weird gimmick on the front.
Bro, it's just these hype beasts, man. They take the concept and then they ruin it for everybody else. They devoid the history behind it. Exactly. It's just getting hype. That's what it is. It's the hype.
There's definitely like hype versions of it, but like I feel like everybody like I remember seeing like a Pornhub one. I remember seeing like a Natty Ice one. It's like this weird accessory that like random brands sell around Christmas.
Yeah.
I feel like an ugly sweater party should be like an actual ugly sweater though.
Yeah.
But what would you say would go on an ugly sweater though? Like a fucking reindeer and a Christmas tree, or what? Like honestly.
All right. So we'll see. This is the hard part about it because it became like a festive, like, all right, we'll all get together. We'll wear one type of sweater and have some Christmas shit on it. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that like, yo, find like wear your grandma's sweater to the party.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
You know what I mean?
That's ugly sweater. That's an ugly sweater for the low. I like.
What did you call your grandma?
I said sweater and with an L. That's what I said. I didn't say anything derogatory about my grandmother.
Like that Dunk came out that's supposed to be like ugly sweater theme. They've like done ugly sweater shoe shit.
These ones?
You got it coming up. Yeah, so those actually now I can't tell which. I think it's that middle one with the blue check.
Oh, the blue check one?
I think those are this year's. But I mean, look, you got those Brooks ones. Sorry again for audio only listeners. There's a Brooks ones here. Like those Air Forces are cool, but like for ugly sweater shoes, like those are pretty chill. I think if like you should just have like if you're gonna do that, just make an ugly shoe. Or am I crazy?
I mean, I hear what you're saying. Like, if you're gonna do ugly, just lean into it, right?
Do you guys want to have an ugly shoe party?
Oh shit!
Okay? So hold on. What's the ugliest shoe you guys would say you have in your closet then? That you own? Just off the top of your head, the ugliest shoe, the shoe that you like, but it is fucking kind of ugly.
I have a pair of British Knights that I don't think are all. I also. Not to shit on Ewings, but I feel like Ewings are in there. I have a pair of Ewings that I could wear.
Listen, I'm not gonna hate. I was gonna say my Ewings too. I love my Ewings, but let's be real.
I mean, if I was gonna choose out of any shoe, though, I feel like I guess I would wear any Jordan Fusion.
Oh shit!
Do you guys have like an ugly shoe you have in mind? I mean, there's a bunch that like I don't actually have that are running through my head. Like the Air Max a lot. Do you guys remember those?
No.
I'll pull those up.
Air Max a lot.
Yeah. Luke, what would you wear?
I mean, out of what I have, I'd probably say my my Ewings, but no, actually,
Lawrence, you're gonna remember these when you see these. I don't know.
I have a pair of Dames that I'm not too big of a fan of. Dame sixes.
These guys, it's a Pippin hybrid.
Ooh, shit.
Look at these fucking things.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Them shits are crazy. I mean, there's a bunch of them, though. Like, I feel like the 15's a good one. The Air Jordan 2010. Now I'm just thinking of ugly Jordans. But, I mean, like.
My Fragment 35s. I don't have Fragment 35s, but if I did, I'd wear those.
Actually, excuse me, sir. I think those are a great shoe.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You've been on record saying that you didn't like the Fragment.
I didn't like the 35s. I liked the Fragment ones, though. What about you, Yao? What are you pulling up in to the ugly shoe party?
Ugly shoe party. I am going to say, damn, it's hard. If I had, okay, I have a pair of Gibson SBs with the pink fur coming out of it. So the brown. With the pink fur coming out of the shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the technically ugliest sneakers I have. Some people say it's a nice looking shoe, but I think I'm gonna say that only because of the fur.
You know, and because we brought up the Ball Brothers, actually a big baller brand is kind of an ugly shoe, and that's a flex.
It's true.
You pull up in the $500 ugly sneaker.
Yeah, buddy.
Damn.
We found a new way to flex on people. Ugly flex, baby.
You got that ugly drip, bro?
Yo, I got the ugly drip. Oh. Yo, you nasty with it. It's so ugly. I hate it.
Speaking of hate and ugly shit, I'm not gonna call it ugly, but a brand that many people have said they say makes ugly things. Bape has. We're gonna listen. Some of those hoodies they make, the Ape hoodies, the not the most pretty things, but they have the Club C Bapes that Chris, you said you're a big fan of.
Yes. Yeah, I think I said off mic to you guys that those shoes are crazy. Oh, Luke, you got it coming up. Perfect.
Boom.
Bro, these are crazy to me. Just because, I mean, Bape and Reebok have a great relationship, but there's never been, at least to my knowledge, a Reebok that is so close to a Nike-looking thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we all know that Bape took that star swoosh from Nike. They made it their own, you know what I mean? They're like, all right, we'll take the swoosh. We'll, like, add a little, like, lightning thing to it, make it a star. But to see it on a Reebok is nuts.
Yeah. No, I like this a lot. There's a lot of implications behind having, because like you said, it is like a knockoff swoosh, and this becomes like almost like the ghetto Air Force One.
This is weirdly breaking a lot of boundaries, just because, I mean, we've had these conversations about all these bootlegs, all these fakes, all these customs, right? Mm-hmm. So when you get arguably like the first real official fake with the Bapesta.
Mhm.
That iconography then mixed in with another brand's one of their core silhouettes. That's allowing now Bape to not only sort of make every other brand's shoe look like a Nike, but it's sort of saying that like this is kind of fair game now.
Yeah. Also, look at this the heel tab over here. The Bape.
The
Reebok
the
flip.
vector in the Bape. I love that. That is great. That's great storytelling right there.
That is
a great
detail.
co-branded project. I would even want that as a tee.
Just the
Just the chest hit right here.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. It's a Reebok Bapesta.
Yeah. How do you feel about the because the shoe, for the listeners, it features like the Bapesta star with like the ABC camo, and the stars come in like different colors on all sides. So there's like a purple side and a red. There's like purple and red, and then blue and green on each side.
It looks like the red one, the left one has the outside is the woodland camo, the inside's the purple camo. So they took their base like their hardcore camos they use. The right foot on the inside has the red and the blue on the outside.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I'm not I mean, I don't like it necessarily just because like it makes it a harder shoe to wear. Not that like, you know, it's basically an all white shoe, so you would dress according to a white shoe. But I mean, I wish they came in like
solid
woodland
colors.
And red, and then they could have got 4 pairs out of these.
Mm-hmm.
We might still get 4 pairs out of these if these do well.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. So it releases, I don't know. I don't think there's a release date, right?
It says 2020, but like no actual release date.
Oh, well, this is the last month of 2020, so I guess we're coming out soon. Damn. I got to text somebody from Reebok. I kind of want these just because of like the story it's telling. This is great.
Oof. God, that's a nice
And
shoe.
what story is that, Chris?
It's the story of of the history of Bape on a Reebok. They took all of the things that we know Bape for, the camo, the star, and they put it on a core silhouette of Reebok, the Club C, which the Club C has had a year. Now that I'm thinking about it, Pata, Jound, some of the major collaborators that hit New Balance this year. Club C has been a great silhouette for Reebok as of like the past 2 years, and I don't think it gets enough credit as a shoe.
Yeah, but it's also
so to me
like,
that's great.
It's also this kind of it's a statement on the story of like bootleg culture, isn't it?
Also, yeah, I mean, like I just like how it has everything that we know Bape for on a shoe on a Reebok, and it's calling a Reebok shoe a Bapesta, which we know to be, like you said, a bootleg, quote unquote, of the Air Force One.
Yeah.
You know who gets a lot of the whole Bapes story gets brought up a lot when you're talking about one guy in particular. If you guys know who I'm talking about about Warren Lotus, baby.
Yep. Yeah, you are.
That's the guy. That's the guy everybody compares to. So, did you guys hear what happened in the news with him?
I guess they settled, but they didn't announce what the settlement was. There's some sort of confidential agreement that was made, but no one knows what it is.
Yeah, I heard about that, and I thought what was interesting about that, after you were the one that told me about it. When I found out, I just remembered like last week he put out a teaser on his Instagram that the Reapers are in production now.
Oh, the one with the horrible replacements.
Right, the replacement dunks.
Okay.
Those are in production now, so people are going to actually get their pairs. So that's kind of got me thinking, like, what do you think this deal was?
They probably met him in the middle somewhere.
Nike probably said, "Listen, we're gonna make this exact same color and an exact same style and everything, and we'll just let you make your shits, but we're gonna make ours, and you gotta leave us alone because Nike's probably gonna copy the exact same. They're gonna call this shit the Reaper soon in 2021.
That would be some fire shit, yo. That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
You know what? Honestly, Lawrence, that is one. I kind of think maybe Nike was just like, "Yo, give us half the money."
Yeah.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, I mean, like that seems like, because they had stopped the production because they were like, "That's our IP," and they probably. I'm not going to call it a licensing deal, but it makes sense to me if there was some sort of kickback to Nike.
I'll tell you, Lawrence isn't going to call it a licensing deal.
I was sounding it out in my head. I was like, licensing, like, yeah, some type of licensing deal. Yeah.
Always brings Chris joy.
That gets me every.
Gets me every time too.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be interesting if we got that Reaper kind of colorway dunk next year from Nike, and they just be like, you know what this is, you know what we did, just buy it.
That's what I'm saying. Just buy it.
No, they'll put Travis Scott's logo on it.
Oh shit, that would be crazy.
That's all they got to do, man.
I don't know.
I kind of wanted to, like, I know we're jumping around a little bit, but I'm really excited about, speaking of the Reaper and weird shit. My man Sean Cliver is dropping them shits. Listen, I know we talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't usually get too animated about a pair of sneakers, but I feel like, yo, I must somehow get the holiday special coming.
Yeah, you're crazy about these Clivers, huh?
I like them. I'm a, you know, I feel like I must complete a set, and I definitely want them this. I want them. That's the best way to say it. Will I get them? I don't know.
Here's the thing. Here's the one issue I have. I wonder if this picture. Yeah, the toe box has the snowflake on it. I
didn't see that before.
So I noticed that this week when like more photos were coming out of it. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about this? Because this is the one thing I got to be honest with you that I'm not on board with. I love the Strange Love dunks. I would say that I would fight to the end to say that the Strange Loves might be the sneaker of the year. I would fight people on that, but this shoe right here, I don't know if I can get down with the toe box being this like, fuck. I don't know, man.
You know what? I'm usually like all for this type of shit, but for some reason it's bothering me because that's part of the storytelling of the shoe, right? It's like putting it within a season. It gives you a feeling. Like when you think of the snowflake, you think of certain things. Mm-hmm. And even the print on the insole is kind of helping you get there.
Yeah.
But I think this is like when a celebrity signs like to Chris when you wanted it just a signature so you could sell on eBay. Like it makes it too like I don't know. Maybe that was a bad analogy, but it's like too like winter snow now.
Well, that's the purpose of the sneakers. It's a holiday special. It's Santa.
Yeah, but we want a dunk that we can like. You can't wear these in July now.
Oh, hold up.
Yes, you can. Why can't you?
Hold up.
You can, but
no. If I did have these shoes, I'm still gonna go for them. I'll be iffy about it, but July, I would argue, is the only other month you can wear these shoes.
Oh, I guess yeah,
because you could literally go around being like Christmas in July, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
Christmas.
I mean, like, I just wearing a snowflake when it's like 100 degrees outside is just like, other than wearing the Jeezy shirt, like I don't really see that working out.
No, I think these are definitely a summer sneaker, man. They're white, they're snow, like, you know, they're light blue. I think everything about them works for summer, for hot weather.
That's true.
I just wish it was the regular perforated holes.
So so the regular perforated holes, that's going to stop you from attempting to purchase these?
No, but I will say it makes me less excited. It's weird because usually I'm on the side of storytelling, but for here I think it takes away from it. I guess because I wanted like a regular, like it's just, you know what it is? It's just such a good colorway.
Yeah.
Like that's like the material choices here, like the placement of like the silver on the back and the gold swoosh. Like I liked it so much that I wish it was just like a sneaker for all season. You know what I mean? Like, and to your point, Lawrence, you can wear this in the summer. Like, you know, no one's going to stop you from wearing this shit, but I feel like it would make it like an all around year shoe if it had the regular holes.
Got you.
Now, yeah, Lawrence, you seem to be clearly pro snowflake toe box.
Yeah, man, I don't give a fuck. Snowflake toe box, non-snowflake toe box. Just
the snow box.
Just give me the damn sneakers, man. I think they're very unique, and I'm looking forward to taking this loss. But I'm putting the positive thoughts in the air, bro. I'm getting those, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, speaking of losses, and speaking of like winter, Christmas, snow, or whatever, did you guys see the rumors about the Mariah Carey Supreme collaborative effort.
Ooh, buddy, all I want for Christmas is that resale.
But are we even guaranteed anymore that like a Supreme collab is going to do numbers like that? Is
A
that
Mariah
even
Carey one? Yes.
is that even guaranteed? Like I'm confused. Like I feel like a lot of the shit that comes out doesn't do, you know, whether it's like the Tupac or Madonna or all this other shit. Like it just feels like
That's true. The Madonna shirt didn't really do numbers. You're right. The Tupac hologram shirt didn't really do numbers this year.
What I will say is, yeah, I agree with you, Lawrence. The numbers have gone down on those, but there's something about Mariah Carey along with Christmas, because we know anytime someone associates Christmas, Mariah Carey's in there, just subconsciously, because we know she charts every year. She's #1 album again. She legitimately loves Christmas.
Yeah.
And that on a Supreme tee, it's like it's like an extra third label.
This is
that
the,
makes
like,
it
teaser that came out for it.
Oh, Drops by Jay did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there's something, because it's just the added Christmas, bro. It's something like, if they came out with a regular Mariah Carey photo tee, we'd be like, I guess. But like it's the third label of the Christmas shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would you wear this to the ugly sweater, the ugly Christmas sweater party?
They'd ask me to leave because I'd be too much heat.
You know what's interesting? As I've gotten older, like I have a tough time wearing like any photo tees that Supreme does. Like I like the Sade joint.
Yeah.
The I've had that. I've had the Madonna. I've had a Morrissey. I've had a Morrissey photo tee. I just can't really do it now. I don't know. Maybe Mariah may be different. Maybe I'll see the design. I'm like, oh my God, I really want to attempt to get it. I do have a Michael Jackson Supreme tee, and I always laugh because when I wear it, people just give me the fuck you doing wearing the Michael Jackson tee.
Yeah, it's harder because as time goes on, like there's more things change, and like culturally, like things get like looked at different. Like Michael Jackson is a perfect example.
Yeah.
But I mean, like even like the Madonna one, Madonna isn't like the Madonna that we knew when that tee came out.
Yeah.
Madonna, I feel like when she like tried to make out with Drake on stage, whenever that was, like the stock on her went down.
Yeah.
And so did that photo tee.
And then Drake's stock went up when it was like, yo, he turns out Madonna, that fucking monster.
Yeah. The Morrissey one, though, I mean, it'd be funny to go through like each Bosch logo and see which held up over time, like going back and like reviewing an album, like which box logo tee like kept its value.
Which artist photo tee?
Yeah.
I think we need to do that one episode. We need which photo tee would you feel comfortable wearing? Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll say right off the bat, the Prodigy tee is like the only one I've ever really wanted, and I've never been able to get at a reasonable price. But that's my #1. But there's probably some other ones that I would. Oh, and
damn, Chris, you're giving away all the fucking juice, man. Let's wait for another episode.
That's true. All right, my fault, guys. My fault.
Relax. We gotta tease him.
Yeah, Like,
Speaking of teasers and Supreme, did you see the Wheats? We got the Wheats as well this year.
That's 2021. Yeah, bro. Right. I saw Listen, I didn't really care for the black or the white.
Me neither.
But I could do, and I have a pair of high wheat Air Force Ones, but I could do a pair of Supreme lows.
Me too, man. I'm for these. I'm hoping these are as easy to get as the other ones, as the whites and the blacks were, because I would actually like a pair of these. These are like utilitarian. Like they could go with pretty much everything in the same way that the white pair and the black pair can.
Yeah.
But this is just like a little bit of extra flavor, which I enjoy.
These are for the dead ass Air Force One lovers.
This is the dead ass crowd right here.
This is the dead ass Supreme low.
So I mean, yeah, Supreme, like a lot of I'm gonna say, I feel like Supreme is definitely in terms of the shoes that's coming out in the next year with the addition of the Supreme SB lows, and then these, and then I'm sure there's going to be additional restocks of the white and the black. I think that's going to bring a lot of what's the positive vibes to Supreme's portfolio of footwear collabs, because a lot, like in the last year or so, or last couple of years, some of the shit they did not take off the way it was supposed to. Like the Jewel SB Dunk Lows that they did last year, those didn't really do well. They were, remember, the white and red, and
they had like this. Was the gold and blue one, right?
Yes, there was a gold and blue, and then there was a black and silver, and those didn't really. People weren't really fucking with those like that.
Well, because that was kind of pre-SB wave.
Even then, we were all hungry for it, but like a lot, like the execution on those was just kind of off.
I didn't think those were bad though.
I had a pair of white and red ones, and I got them, and then I immediately was like, these aren't for me.
Yeah, well, I don't think these are bad.
They're not terrible. Look, they're not terrible, but like for a Supreme, like for the history of like Supreme, like when you think of like Supreme dunks, you think of those star. You know, it's just a great like Supreme's had better footwear come out.
I think now that you say
Jewel, I'm not a fan of the Jewel on like the Jewel swoosh. I hate the Jewel swoosh on most sneakers.
Well, you know what I was about to say, because with the new dunk coming out, the old dunk, and you say the star, I think they were trying to give you something that was a little more low key, but still had like the material pop. Because like the Jewel and then the one star with the Supreme in it, it's like it takes every element that was on the other ones, but it just packages it different. I would wear these before I would wear the other ones, to be honest.
I'm not really like, again, I'm not mad at these, but like I guess the Jewel does kind of is the deal breaker for me. That Jewel swoosh. I've never really liked the Jewel swoosh. I would like, if I had a Jewel swoosh, I'd kind of just pick at it all day, I think, to try to get it out. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like my ADD. I just try to pick at it and be like, I could get this thing out. I know I can.
I'd never realized that before until right now.
What? That I have ADD?
No, look, we all knew that for mad long. I meant like they kind of repackaged the old one into that.
Yeah.
I mean, the hype of all... The OG is obviously like the better hype, but yeah, it's funny. I never really thought about that.
The Air Maxes that came out this year weren't that great either.
Yes, the Air Max Plus or whatever, the TNs or whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we obviously Supreme has this long storied history of creating amazing collabs, whether it was Foamposites or was it the Air Force Ones that they've done? They've done, Jordan 5s. There's been wonderful collabs that they've done, but there was a stretch where I don't know if it was their arrogance or their like, whatever we put out, you're going to fuck with regardless. And I think people kind of said, hey, Supreme, no. Yeah. And I think, so now when they're getting back to kind of what made them hot. Remember, we're talking 2002 Supreme, the Dunk Highs, and now it's 18 or 19 years later when they re-release, and they're taking pieces from it, and people still, aren't super fans of the colors, but I feel like this is what they need to do, and so I'm excited for that. Man.
Yeah, I hear that. Let's see. I hear that 100%. Did you? Go ahead.
What about hearing Kid Cudi?
Oh, Man on the Moon 3 just released.
I didn't listen yet. What'd you think?
I didn't listen yet.
I did. I listened to it. It's okay.
Really?
It's just okay. Like my biggest issue with it is a lot of it doesn't have. It doesn't have a lot of diversity to the sound. The sound is very much just like it's Kid Cudi humming over kind of like spacey beats.
Wait, are you going to do that thing where you're going to say it's like not cohesive enough? The mixing was weird.
I'm going to do what's up, everybody? It's Kithany Cudtano here.
Yeah, I just wish the sequence was a little more in line. He went like on the Man on the Moon 2. I wish it was a lot of 1.
Honestly, I thought In Da Cut was kind of a weak album.
Breaking down music in 2020 is just like so funny.
It's very hand jobby, but like it's okay. It's not a great album. I'm gonna stand by it because the merch came out, and I pulled the trigger immediately on that stuff. So I was like, I impulse bought on that.
You did. You bought
Yeah.
the Cactus Plant Kid Cudi collab stuff.
I did.
Yeah.
I got the crew neck sweater, the beautiful trip sweater.
Nice.
And I
Yo,
got
I
it.
am so sick of this art style.
You don't like this you don't like this Cynthia stuff?
Look, I like Cynthia.
Mhm.
I've not liked some of the stuff she's done, and I've like liked a lot of the stuff she's done, but I'm saying this style of art, this like badly drawn on purpose, like clip art looking, like how like it doesn't look like it could get made correctly. Like, all right, so look at that middle shirt, on the top, the orange.
Yes.
See how the M goes over the chest piece onto the right sleeve?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That irks the shit out of me.
Ooh.
Now I know I'm looking as like a biased like art guy where I'm not trying to be like that guy, but I like this it just bothers me, you know what I mean? Like doing the bad art on purpose has a lane, but there's just been too much of it now. Like that's all like all Cactus Jack, her, yay shit. All this shit's just like bad on
Chinatown.
purpose. It's kind of like clip arty.
Yeah. But it also but think about this though. Because of this kind of new wave of like clip art style sweatshirts, anybody can be a designer now.
Don't you start with me.
Even a guy with bad handwriting like me.
Don't you start with me.
Bro, I just put together a lineup I put out a spring summer lineup, all right, of shit for our podcast. Off of the strength of Cynthia Lou and Travis Scott making bullshit like this.
Now, wait, Lawrence, I kind of want to hear your opinion on this because, I mean, a lot of this art style has been like the main focus of what the culture, I hate that I said that, has been sort of like, running towards like this style of art based off name, hype, whatever. But I mean, like, do you like this shit?
No, I don't. It's hard for me to get into like that shit. I know some of it is. It just feels like it's like I'm a little too old. I feel like to be wearing Man on the Moon crew neck. Maybe it's interesting. The yellow Cactus Plant Man on the Moon beautiful trip crew neck sweater, possibly, but it just feels like I
got it because of like the coloring.
So that's the one you grabbed?
This is the one I grabbed.
Mm-hmm.
My man Rich, he dropping 160 on it.
This is the one. I mean, chill. I've been selling a lot of sneakers. So I had like the money, and you know what? I have the Dorimons, and I saw this shirt, and I was like, oh, this would actually look great with the Dorimons. So that's why I was like impulse bought this immediately. And also like I don't have enough of like this gold color that I've been searching for anyway.
It's like you just have to have a level of confidence wearing this shit that I'm not going to say I don't have. I just think I put that confidence in different places.
You should have put it in your unibrow. You'd be a basketball legend right now.
Sorry, I think I just tried to pull away from the mic, but that was funny.
Yeah, man. Album's worth checking out just once if you've liked the other projects he's put out. I'm also a big fan of Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi shaped like my high school years, for better or for worse. I was definitely a pothead because of Kid Cudi.
You know what my other problem is now that you've said that? Because he is in the lineage of like under Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye's early merch, Travis's merch, and this merch, they're all in the same umbrella, and their merch looks the same.
Yeah, at this point, I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, Lawrence nailed it on the head where I think he said it's too young. It is very youthful because it does look like a 5-year-old drew it. But
what's understated and like you and Chris, like you said, he did come from the Kanye family tree, but I think he has influence. And like Luke said, Luke said, you were smoking weed and you were,
listening to Man on the Moon. Come on.
And it's interesting because me growing up and in my early 20s, I remember being such a huge Kanye fan. But when I listened to Kid Cudi, and as I'm in my like mid 20s, I am like, this guy is amazing. Mm-hmm. And Kid Cudi, I remember watching. He did the HBO show How to Make It in America.
Yeah.
And that was such a cult classic to me that I was so sad that they only did, I think, 2 seasons of it.
Yep.
But to hear all these so many younger rappers of this generation say that I was inspired by Kid Cudi. When you hear Travis Scott, who is one of the biggest rappers in the game, and he's like, yo, like Kid Cudi influenced me. And I was inspired by Kid Cudi. He definitely deserves all the credit and the love and the flowers that he's getting, because the guy was fucking amazing. You know,
Yeah.
to this day, I remember him being on Late Night with Air Mags. You know?
Oh, he did do that.
He did.
That
do
was a flex.
I do
And-
remember. I remember him talking about the first time meeting Kanye and like developing beats for him in like
Mhm.
Hawaii or some shit,
Mm-hmm.
and just like all of that stuff. I'm very like nostalgic of, and I was
Yeah,
like, I
that
have
was around
money. I'll
Dark-
help him out. You know, I'll throw money his way.
That was
Mhm.
around Dark Twisted, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah, because that was the Hawaii session. Yeah. How do you guys feel about the Adidas company?
Oh, the new sneakers from Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
Listen, man, they're very him. I already gave him his money for the sweaters. I'm probably not gonna get these, but actually, the like the black and pink ones kind of remind me of Yeezys.
Well, they're in Adidas,
Yeah, but like you know what I'm talking about.
under the tutelage of Kanye, so they
And
probably
a little
were in
bit
the
of Verge
same-
wire, in there.
Oh, they
too.
do have a little bit of Verge wire in there. I mean, this is much better. This is more wearable to me than the merch.
Mm-hmm.
And it does speak to like the moon boot space. I think this was much more curated with like his vibe in mind.
Yeah, I see it.
What are you thinking, El? I can't see you really fucking with these, to be honest, bud.
Me personally, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna fuck with those, but I'm happy to see Kid Cudi, you know, flourish. Like I said, they're not for me, but happy for
That
them.
soul reminds me of the 3.
Oh,
This
yeah.
bottom.
Yeah, I see it.
A little bit.
Yeah, not
Mhm.
necessarily the outsole, but the actual bottom. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Man, everyone's just pulling from everybody these days, huh?
Listen, man, Jordan 3 is one of the most, innovative sneakers, to this day, that people top 3 sneaker probably of all time. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah, it had like a Hirachi vibe too. It's just so weird. But
Well, those are Hirachis, fucking Jordan 3s, Jordan 1s, those Jordan 4s. Like, those are all the sneakers, that people look back on. I'm like, man, that was my childhood.
yeah,
So,
Mhm.
there's all this bootlegging shit going on. I'm surprised that someone hasn't taken like some of the best shit from all of those and made like one shoe.
Yeah.
But that's another conversation for another time, I guess.
Listen, if you get me a supplier, if you get me somebody who can produce these Let's Get Sued ones, I could make that dream come true for you, buddy.
mm-hmm.
I could make that dream come true for you. Did you see what do you call it? We were talking about Jordans. Did
Yeah.
you see 2021's coming up? We've got a couple of previews for Jordans. Did you see the trophy room Jordan 1s? These have been kind of circulating on the internet for the past couple weeks.
Yes.
What do we think, guys? They've got kind of Chicago colorway with. I thought it was like a fading.
You know what? I believe we had one episode. I'm not going to say it was like the majority of the episode, but I believe there was one episode where we talked about how old Jordans, they'll get like a glitter in their leather,
Yeah.
which is like technically mold.
Right.
Yes.
This looks like a moldy Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a pass.
Okay, well, I have 2 things to say. One, yes, I am familiar with the glitter gate on Jordan 1s because I am a victim of Glittergate on a few of my Jordans, so I do know that. 2, I will say that what I guess the story they're trying to pull off, and if I'm correct, it's probably going to come out All-Star Weekend,
Mhm.
but it's supposed to be like the freeze out. From what I've heard, the freeze out game in the All-Star game, Jordan's rookie year. So that's why it looks icy a little bit, if I'm correct.
Oh.
So back in Jordan's first All-Star game in 1985, he was the rumor has it that a group of veterans, Isaiah, Magic, Bird, like those guys, froze Jordan out of the All-Star game, but they didn't pass him the ball. They made his rookie All-Star game not as favorable or memorable as it should have been. So that's why you see the it has like a little icy feel to it. But also, like you said, there's so many people that enjoy or look. They want the 85s.
Yeah.
They want the older looking Jordans. So we're getting that. But the most telling thing that this is telling me is that we're not going to get a proper Chicago Jordan 1 again for years.
That's what this tells me as well. That's exactly what I was thinking. Is that like when we got these, it was like the first thing I thought of was like, oh, how fucking, how cowardly to like put out this style of shoe and then put it at Chicago. Like, of course everybody's gonna buy this. This is a fucking Chicago 1. This is the closest we're gonna get to a Chicago 1 in who knows how long.
So we look at the history of the Chicago ones and we say 1985, 94, and then 2015, which were extremely limited.
Mm-hmm.
And since then we've had like the Spider-Man Chicago ones. We're getting these, but like people are clamoring for another retro of the Chicagos, and I just don't think we're gonna get that anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean that's within the timeline of that makes sense. Probably, who knows? But it's at least 3 years now.
Also, if we were going to talk about Jordan 1s, let's look at the past year in retrospect. Like, what do we think of like Jordan 1s? Really haven't like really made a mark this year. Like, there's a couple of shoes, of course, but like, there's nothing really like that really blew my mind from like the Jordan 1 silhouette.
Yeah, I mean, you've had your Japan models, you had some mochas, but other than that, I'm in my mind, I can't really think of a Jordan 1 that like totally blew me away this year.
I guess you could argue like the Dior, but I think that was more like the collaborative like concept and then the price tag. I don't know if a lot of people are like.
I don't know about you guys, but I real quick, I think with the Dior's, they were so unobtainable that it's almost like Bigfoot, and it's like one of those sneakers that people like. I see like all these celebrities are like, oh, the Dior's were the shoe of the year, but it's like, yeah, when you're getting them for free from Kim Jones, it's easy to say that.
Yeah.
Wait, Lawrence, did we tell you about the thing that happened on Clubhouse one time with the Dior's?
What happened?
Oh yeah.
We were bullshitting in Clubhouse. We had some room. We were talking about Warren Lotus back when like this first was going on, and some dude literally came in and his like his profile Avicon whatever had the Jordans in it.
Yeah, the Dior 1s on.
And we were like, oh shit! And he was like, yeah, I just come in these rooms talking about sneakers to show that off. And then like he almost left immediately.
He spent like 5 minutes in the room just being like, yep, agree, 100%. Just wanted to show you these. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, just came to flex.
It is like Bigfoot, man.
Well, next episode we're gonna get into the shoe of the year, and let's talk like our top 5 sneakers on the next episode. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Sure.
Perfect.
I'm ready for that.
Also, just to point out the Jordans that are coming up, I saw a potential new shattered backboard that I really like.
Let's talk about all that. Yeah, let's discuss that next episode. Let's
for sure
break that down. We can do a little bit more on the next one.
Yeah. Any final thoughts before we wrap this up, guys?
No, nothing from me.
Fantasy football playoffs in full swing. Let's get it, guys. And that's it, man.
Are you beating my roommate or losing?
I actually defeated your roommate.
Hell yeah, dude.
Now bring him in here. Now bring him in here, Chris.
No, I'm not gonna go.
No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. I know how sensitive it is. It's a sensitive time of the year, so let's not do that. But
well, if you want to follow all that and more, you can find Lawrence at LZD325 on all platforms. Same with Luke at Trovisis, me at Not That Cheney. Our producer Matt is Meanie3, I believe. We'll have this all in the bio and Discord. Guys, join the Discord. It's a tight-knit community now, man. Like, we all know each other. We're all friends. We want you to be involved in there, and like, just come join us, man. It's a good time in there.
We've been helping each other out with raffles. Like, it's not a cook group, but we do help each other out when we can. Also, the my presentation is up on the Patreon
From last episode.
from
Yep.
last episode. You can check that out there. It's also on the Discord. All the links are in there. Yeah, come hang out with us.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it, guys. So next week, look forward to the sneaker of the year, potentially the whatever else we talked about. What was the other thing?
We got a lot of stuff, man. We got a lot of stuff to unpack for next week, man.
All right, guys.
All right.
Oh yeah, the Supreme photo tease. That's what it was. But all right, we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.